Good evening, folks. Phil here with Phil's Tech, back with another video on how to get rich in EVE Online. Tonight we're going to be talking about station trading. What is station trading? Station trading normally takes place in a market hub, which we'll discuss here in a bit, and it is buying and selling things on the market without leaving the station. This is a great profession for an alt, as there's only a few skills you have to trade, and you never have to undock. They don't have to be able to fly any ships, they don't have to be able to use any weapons. Minimal skills required, and you're up and making money in no time. Why don't we go ahead and talk about some of those skills. The trade section on your character sheet, the few that are important are accounting. Accounting reduces your sales tax. Broker relations, it reduces the cost associated with setting up market orders. And then trade, retail, wholesale, and tycoon. In that order, each of them increase your maximum number of buy and sell orders. So, where should you station trade? There are 4 main trade hubs: Jita, Dodixie, Amar, and Heck. Jita is by far the busiest, but if you don't plan on making a full-time job of station trading, in other words, literally sitting there staring at your market orders and updating them as often as possible, I would recommend against doing it in Jita initially. I prefer Dodixie and Amar. They're both reasonably busy markets, but not too busy to where it makes it a real pain in the butt to trade casually. Heck is also an option, but the market there is considerably slower than any other market. So, how do you station trade? And what should you station trade? Well, that's a fantastic question. The simplest answer is anything. This is what really gets people hung up on station trading, is they spend too long overanalyzing what they should actually trade. There's a couple different things that I look for in an item that I'm going to trade. Let's go ahead and just check out the market here a second. So literally you could trade anything in the market, period. If you can buy it on the market, you can sell it on the market, you can trade it. The things that I like to trade, though, are ships and ship equipment. What you start off with is going to depend on how much money you have to put into the market. You don't need a lot of money to start station trading. You can do it with as little as 5 or 10 million. It's nice if you've got 200-300 million or even $1 billion to start out with, but it's not necessary. Okay. I usually avoid trading in ammunition and charges. There is money to be made, for instance, in things like faction missiles. You can make okay money in that sort of thing, but there's usually a lot of competition. Let's take a look at some examples. So there's a fair amount of money to be made in heavy missiles. Let's look at a popular one, which is Caldari Navy Scourge heavy missiles. If you look at the buy order price, current buy order price is 1010.4 ISK, and sell order price is 1499.98 ISK. So you could make about roughly 400, 500 ISK per missile sold. However, if you look at the price history tab, you'll see that there are quite a few sold per day. Well over 100,000 today, over 100,000 yesterday. I'd say the average is, right around 500,000. Yeah, if you kind of look at the middle of the line there. So the reason that's important is if something sells more, there's a great chance there's going to be more people trading it, which means you're going to have to update your orders more frequently. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's going to make trading more of a full-time profession rather than something you can just kind of set up and not worry about quite as much. Let's look at some of the items that I usually go for. If I've only got a couple hundred million to spend, maybe, I'll check out ship equipment. Um, there's a number of faction modules that you can buy and trade that trade a fair amount and that aren't terribly expensive. Let's take a look at stasis webifiers, and I'll show you exactly how I go about choosing things to trade. The two most important characteristics in my mind are that it trades roughly 20 a day, or the roughly 20 a day sell, and that I can make between 15 and 20% profit on whatever it is that I'm selling. So, if you look at something like Stasis Webifier 2s, click on the price history tab, you'll see, okay, yeah, it sells, this day sold well over 500. I'd say it probably sells about 100 a day, or about 100 a day move. So that's a bit more than I'd want to deal with. If you look at the price difference, you can also see the buy order is 922,000. The sell is 1.2 million, give or take. You're not going to make a whole lot of profit on that either, especially after your costs. So to me, this one wouldn't be a good candidate for station trading. Let's go to the list though. Caldari Navy, this sells about 10 per day. That might not be a bad one. 10, 5, 5. We're looking for right around 20. So this might be a good one. Maybe 10, 15 a day per average. That's not bad. So we'll make a mental note of Fed Navy, Stasis Webifier. Canid, none. Republic Fleet, nothing. Shadow Serpentis, blah. Not too many. And Trusan, not too many. Okay, so let's go back to Fed Navy, Stasis Webifier. It sells over 10. It sells below 20. This could be a decent candidate. Let's check what I kind of like to call the over-under, or the market spread. So buy order is 56 million and sell order is 91 million. That's roughly 40 million profit, give or take. You can get exact if you want, but it's not terribly necessary. Just make a mental note. So roughly 40 million profit in this. So we found a decent item. How do we station trade? Okay. Station trading is nothing more than placing a buy order and waiting for somebody just to right click and hit sell item. Once you get that item, you list it for sale. How much should you place your buy and sell order for? This is a topic of great debate amongst a lot of new traders. And I'm going to tell you the correct answer, because there is only one correct answer to this question. And as you trade more, it will start pissing you off when people do it wrong. The correct answer is 0.01 ISK above or below the next closest order. So in this case, if I'm setting up a buy order, I'm going to set it up for 56,120,770.76 ISK. Some people will say, oh, I'll make it a million more because somebody's more likely to sell it. Wrong. Wrong every time. Nobody price shops when they're buying or selling things. Very few people will price shop. They'll go to the local trade hub, whatever it might be, and they'll buy the cheapest one. Whether that thing is 0.01 ISK cheaper or 2 million ISK cheaper. Unless they're going to fly all the way to Jita to buy all their stuff, they're just going to buy whatever the cheapest one is here. And I guarantee you that if you're the cheapest one by 0.01 ISK, somebody's going to buy yours. You'll see people trying to undercut by 1 million or 2 million or 10 million, trying to make it sell faster. And it's not going to sell faster. Someone will buy it when they buy it, regardless of how much cheaper it is. So don't be that guy, that space douche, that lowers or raises the price more than 0.01 ISK. It's just annoying. So, we're going to place our buy order at 56, 120, 770, 76. We're going to buy one. We're going to set our quantity to 3 months and the range to station. Go ahead and hit buy. What that's going to do is it's going to place a buy order there. Now, to make sure your orders are highlighted, to make it a little bit easier for you to see your orders in the chaos, make sure you check mark my orders. And all you're going to do then is just go through whatever category you feel like looking at and try and find something that matches that criteria. Does it sell between 10 and 20 per day? And if it does, are you going to make between 10 and 15% or more? You know. So just scrolling through warp disruptors to try and find one here that meets that criteria. And nothing really in warp disruptors. And that's fine. Move on. Find something else that works for you. There are a billion things you can buy and sell. Don't get too hung up on any one thing. And the markets change frequently, so something that worked for you last week might not work next week. So there's two here. The Thucker large cap battery would be okay. It sells a reasonable amount. And the Republic Fleet looks like it sells a reasonable amount. So let's check the over-under, or the market spread. Republic Fleet cap battery, 24 million buy order, 47 million sell order. It's 20 million profit. That would be a good one. Let's throw in a buy order. 24, 000, 002, 34. Always look it over to make sure you typed it correctly. Don't fat finger something and spend a lot more money than necessary. That'll screw your whole profit up. We're buying 1, 3 months, station, buy. Okay. Other one was Thucker. 32 million, 62 million. 30 million is profit. It's an easy choice. That would be a good one. 32, 850, 000, 66. 32, 850, 00066. 1, 3 month station, buy. Okay. So, we're putting in buy orders. What do you do after you have a whole bunch of buy orders in? You can update your prices every 5 minutes. The easiest way that I've found to go through and update your prices is through your wallet. Pull up your wallet, go to My Wallet and Orders, and you'll see all of your buy and sell orders that you have. Double-clicking on them will bring up the View Market Details for that order. So here's one that I listed earlier. I am not the best buy order anymore, so I'm going to update it. Now you recall what I said about going 0.01 ISK higher. You can see this person did that, and this person did that, but this person just wanted to screw everybody over. They wanted to make less money. That's all you're doing, is making less money when you do something like this. You're screwing yourself out of money. Either way, we've still got to beat them to become top order again. So 43, 650, 00001. Check the total change amount to make sure it seems right. Read off the price again, 43, 650, 00001, and hit OK. That'll update your order. You can do that every 5 minutes for every one of your orders. The more aggressive station traders will do it every 5 minutes for 100 plus orders. It's a lot of work if you're going to go that aggressive. That's why I like to trade things that only sell between 10 and 20 a day. You don't have to be that aggressive with it. You can update it a couple times a day. You'll still make money. Let's look at this one. 56, 120, 770, 76. This person went to 77. I appreciate them going 0.01 ISK up. This is wonderfully easy because if you have a mouse wheel, you can just roll your mouse wheel up twice. And now we're at 78. 0.02 ISK change. Okay. Sorry, this is one that I just created a little bit ago, so we can't modify it quite yet. We have to wait another few seconds. We'll come back to that in a minute. This one, 27,010,823,06. This guy only went up a little bit. That's okay. We'll go to 07. There we go. 22,051,335,16. They're 19, so we'll go to 20. And this is all you do. You just update your orders until you actually end up purchasing it, or rather until somebody sells it to you. So I'm going to go through and update the rest of my orders here in a second. It doesn't take too long. Here's something else worth pointing out. You'll notice all of these orders are green. That means that they're within your range. this person, while they're asking or they're bidding more money, they're offering more money for this item, it's outside of range. So if somebody docks in this station, in this trade hub, and right clicks and sells an item, this person will not get it because it's outside of their range. This range is station, and the station is Botane Bacteria Bay, or Barataria Bay, whatever it is. So make sure you don't go above stations in other ranges. All you have to do is be the highest within your range. So you've had a bunch of buy orders up for a while, and somebody sells something. Somebody fulfills one of your orders. Fantastic. Now what do? Now you sell that item. It's going to end up in your inventory under your item hanger. Right click, sell this item. You can click on the little equal sign or up or down arrow here. It'll bring you to the view market details section. So, just like before, you're going to list this as 0.01 ISK below the lowest. In this case, 67, 999, 998, 99. Check it over just to make sure. 67, 999, 998, 99. 0.01 ISK lower than this one. Sell. Okay. As you get more sell orders, you do the same thing. As often as you like, at most once every 5 minutes, go through and update your sell orders so they're the best by 0.01 ISK in that station. So 30, 680, 807, 47.
Skill training completed.
Check the total change amount to make sure it looks right. Hit OK. Go through and do that for all your orders. 21-888-466-84. So for me, I will update all my orders when I wake up in the morning. I will update my orders when I get back from work in the afternoon. And then I only play for a couple hours at night. So I update them when I first log on, and then I update them again before I go to bed. I'm not going to tell you how much money you can make because it really depends on what items you're trading, how much you're trading, how often you're updating your orders. But when I had 4 characters trading, 1 in each trade hub, and I sat on and trading was my job, that's all I did all day, I could usually bring in between 2 and 300 per character per day, 2 and 300 million per character per day with 145 orders open. The tricky part when you get to that many orders and that many characters is just finding things to trade because you've got your fingers in a lot of different areas. So that can be challenging. Three, 654, 999. 3654989. You'll see this a lot, that's why I have to pay attention. So, my price 365499999. At first glance, 365499999, but if you look closer, it's 98999. People do this to try and trick you. It's stupid and it's annoying, and we're just screwing ourselves out of more money. It's not a lot of money, but it is more money. Their goal is to try and trick you for an extra 5 minutes of them having the lowest order. Realistically, it doesn't make that much of a difference on items that don't trade frequently. All it's going to do is piss everyone off. 33479, 33358. Verify total change amount. Hit OK. That's it, everybody. I mean, honestly, that's station trading. Spend a little bit of time going through the market, try and find things that sell between 10 and 20 per day. Try and find things that you can make 15-ish plus % profit on. Like we found today, there's plenty of items that are relatively cheap that you can double your money on. Just go through and find them. And don't get too hung up on trading something. If while you're waiting for your buy order to fulfill, the spread gets too small, Maybe somebody dumps a bunch of them on the market so they get really cheap, or maybe some idiot comes along and jacks up the buy order price for some reason because they think it's gonna, complete sooner if they do that. Don't be afraid to cancel that order. Just cancel it and move on to something else. Don't get emotionally wrapped up in your trades. Also, if you can, try and trade things that you wouldn't mind getting stuck with. I have in the past ended up with some faction items, faction armor repairs, faction micros, whatever it is, that while I was trading them, I bought them for a good price, but then all the sell orders dropped off to where I wouldn't make a decent profit anymore. Well, okay, I just kept the item. I ended up using it. It's not a bad idea to trade things that you wouldn't mind getting stuck with. So just something else to consider. That's all there is to station trading, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you have any ideas for more videos, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.